Oh, we recording? I didn't know. I thought I'd let that out before we started.
Now there's blood all over the recording equipment. Great, Josh. Great.
Look, I tried going to the
I try to run a business here.
I tried going to the doctors and they threw me out. And I was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, that's the guy who's always taking the syringes. Ugh. And I'm not. I look exactly like him, but like that's a different story.
It's just a coincidence that you and the guy show up at the hospital at the same time.
Wait.
Have people seen you guys in the same room together?
Oh. You're right. He's a ghost.
No, that's not. All right.
Okay, so let's just. We haven't really done something like this. Like we did something similar.
We made it in the trash can.
We did something similar a while back with the Smite episode, but we haven't really done something exactly like this. So, like, we'll just explain what's happening.
Let's explain it then. And stop eating around the bush.
I
eat the berries in the bush. Don't eat around them.
But the berries are poisonous.
They are.
I am the berries.
I'm the one who berries.
We're so creative, aren't we?
Yeah. So. We're funny.
If you listen very closely to every single podcast before this podcast, you can hear the creativity slowly being siphoned out of our veins by each other.
And straight into our assholes.
The first episode was when we were at our most creative, and that episode is awful.
Yes. And it just goes downhill from there.
Downhill. You thought we were at the valley, you know? We're not. We're on the mountain.
Oh, God.
And we're Oberyn.
Oh, jeez. That's... But anyway, so the whole point of this movie, since each of us have very different opinions on superhero movies, and it's a huge part of our culture right now.
Never would have guessed. I thought we all had like the same concrete, like we're a singularity when it comes to Marvel movies.
Zach,
yeah?
Look, I'm doing normal stuff.
Yeah?
Like, the stuff that I'm supposed to do in order to intro the show.
And you're doing great at it.
No, you...
I'd give you like a 5.
If I could rate you, it'd probably be 4 out of 10. Nobody's a hero.
But think about it. Roger Ebert always does like 4s, so if you look at it through his thing, it'd be a 4 out of 4. No, wait, it would be less. That is how that works. Never mind.
All right, Zach, do you want to intro the show and explain to everyone what's happening?
Brooks. You do such a good job at it.
No. You obviously have a lot to say about it.
I'll do it. We're discussing our favorite Godzilla movies. Ha! Yeah.
That's a lie. Fine, I'll do it. We're all being movie guys. We've decided to pitch our ideal superhero movies. What we're gonna do is we got certain rules going on. It has to be based on an existing comic book character.
Yep.
It has to be from an American comic, and it has to be a full outline, no just concept stuff. It has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yep.
And with our podcast being about an hour long, and there's 3 of us, we don't have a minimum of 20 minutes, but we have a maximum of 20 minutes of like each person able to say whatever they want about the movie, about what they want to do with the story, with the characters, visually, with music, with any aspect of the film. They get that amount of time to talk.
I kind of shirked a little bit on the music aspect.
No, that was an optional thing.
Yeah, no, I shirked a little bit.
Oh, no.
I shirked.
I don't know what shirked means.
Shirk.
Are you trying to say shark?
Shirk.
Shark?
Is there sharks in this movie?
Yeah, are you doing Shark Boy?
I didn't know that was a comic. Now I'm excited to hear it.
Let me check if it actually is a comic.
I don't think it is.
I'm almost certain.
I'm pretty sure Robert Rodriguez's daughter made it.
That's a thing I had accidentally saved still.
Oh.
That's always there.
Yeah, that thing that we don't mention.
Yes.
It's his receipts to all those charities he donated to.
Charities.
Yeah.
I don't want people to know how generous I am.
He's a humble guy. He doesn't want that out there.
He's so generous. Sometimes it just spews out all over the place.
He just donates all that money all over his keyboard.
No, there was not a comic of Shark Boy Love Girl.
Who could have guessed?
Who would have thunk it?
I didn't thunk it.
I can't find the fucking... There's no way... Oh, okay, here it is. I was like, did I fucking delete this? And I was like, there's no fucking way.
Bazinga.
Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm glad this is a mainstay, not just a one-off thing.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
It's been here
Sometimes
for a
I forget
episodes.
about it.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
All right, so...
Okay, so we were gonna go just, like... Josh suggested alphabetical by last name.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'll go first then, since my last name is Taranga Takalaka Tax.
It's German. It's a German name.
Yeah, it's very German. It's German in Crimeopolis.
Oh, yeah.
It's the German part of Crimeopolis.
Oh, yeah. So, Zach.
Yes?
Imagine that you just walked into a boardroom and we are the movie executives.
Hold
I just
on.
walked into
Let me do my
boardroom
line
and
of
you guys-
cocaine. Oh, fuck yeah. All right, bring him in.
Right.
Get the hookers out.
I'm
here.
good.
Get the hookers out.
We
We got a pitch meeting. We got to
I'll
go.
call you later.
Okay,
So
and you are going to sell this movie to us. So
as I strut in, give you guys like finger gun, like snap finger gun. Pow,
I already hate this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
he's
right.
got, maybe he's got coke. Shut
All
up.
right, guys, and then I I have that remote on me that controls all the lights in the room, and I hit it, and it
Goes
goes
like, who gave him that?
Oh, that's where that went. Jesus Christ, we've been
I
missing that thing from...
I thought you lost that on the sofa.
Yeah, that's been gone for months. Were you here earlier?
and then I hit another button, and the projector goes, and it just says "only in 3D," and then it opens up on a Native American soil. Like there's a bunch of teepees, bonfires, and like herds of buffalo going everywhere.
Why would there be herds of buffalo? Wouldn't they be able to be dead?
No, it's a back in the past.
Oh, okay.
You see, and
Try not to interrupt them too much.
Oh,
while
sorry,
still just
sorry.
saying.
And we have some establishing shots of how peaceful it is. And like here, if you look, I have some like nice running creeks, the clouds, and just like great hills and fields. And then we have a shot of like the back of the chieftain's head, and you just see a bunch of CGI lightning and dark clouds in the background. And as the chief turns to look at the clouds, the camera's turning with him. So we get like we're with the chief right now. We're turning with him, and we see what he sees. And it's a large beast that, due to budget cuts, because we have to save money.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a giant lollipop, like a black lollipop, solid black, with like 4 appendages. That's just like. It's just like kind of crawling. It's nightmare fuel. We want to.
Good sir, the budget's whatever you want because we're not making the movie.
No, I know you guys want to save money. I want to save money.
I mean, we want to make money.
And look,
Yeah.
this is where the budget's kind of gonna go right here. It's got several orifices that are like randomly emerging on it to steal like that mental damage kind of deal on it. And as the camera turns back to the chieftain, he's running towards the nearest tent, and it obviously looks like it's the biggest tent, so it's probably his tent. He's the chieftain. And then, hold on, let me just get back to my notes. We cut to him on the back of a horse with the baby, cutting between that solid black screen with no audio showing like who produced it, and then to the monster that's attacking the Native Americans, and then close-ups of the baby in like a very shaky shot so you can understand the severity of the situation. Oh shit, another monster appears before them, causing a slow-motion crash with the horse, sending the baby flying, the chieftain trying to save it, and like it zooms in on like the fingertips trying to catch the baby by like the little rags, but it just barely misses it. And as the baby flies, it lands into a herd of buffalo and escapes. It escapes on the herd of buffalo, and for a second you think it's dead, but it's not. It's not. It's with the buffaloes.
Okay.
And then
I'm taking this.
And then it slowly zooms out as you see like the chieftain reaching out, but then he kind of clenches his fist, going, "Good, she's safe." And as it's slowly zooming out, you see him getting crushed by one of the black appendages of the thing.
So it's a fantasy because buffalo are alive in it.
Yes. And then we cut to black, and there's a voiceover of a peppy teenage girl. And then I was raised by buffaloes. I was taught how to slay the vampires by them, and that's how I got the nickname. And then the large rock font explodes onto the blackness of the screen, reading the words, "Buffy, the Vampire Slayer." All right, so we open up.
Doesn't count. Did not originate in a comic.
It was
Nope.
a comic, though.
You
said a comic. It doesn't matter. You said a comic series that was made in America.
You didn't say it had to originate
Based on
from
a
comic.
pre-
You never said
existing-
originate.
Let's look at the
Look at the
rules.
notes.
Look at the rules. I'm messing with the audio recording so we can look at.
I thought it just
the
had to
rule.
be like it
Must be
existed in
based
the
on
comic.
an existing comic book character.
Boom.
Comic book character.
It is
not,
a comic book character.
No,
You
not
know-
a TV character.
You never said it had to originate from a comic
Fucking
game.
Christ, Zach! I thought you were going to do like an actual.
I am. It's like M. Night Shyamalan did Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm going to do Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My reimagining of it.
Oh my God, Brooks.
Oh my God! You have a serious movie, right?
Yeah, I do. No, it's serious.
Okay, because I also have a serious movie, like a not comedy.
No,
thing.
it was based off of a. Anyway.
Hold on, mine's serious, but it's like a kind of comedy.
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay,
it's just
okay.
like if you have an actual.
His is just go fuck yourself.
Yeah, his is he doesn't care about the podcast or the topic.
No, I do. I have everything planned out for this movie. Like, you can make it. I have the actors.
No, I don't doubt that you have it lined out.
I don't doubt that. It's just like what my thing is that you specifically found exactly what you need in order to go against the whole point of the topic.
I followed the rules.
No,
those were the rules.
No, I believe you.
Yeah,
I'm
believe
sure you did.
You looked at the rules and just like, I have to be the funniest guy in the room. I need
I'm
everyone
not the
to
funniest
like
guy in the
me.
room.
So.
I just chose what would get the most reaction out of Brooks.
See,
Brooks. Oh no.
Brooks, look, if I didn't find a comic version of Buffy,
It's okay. Come on.
no, I mean like,
And look,
I wanted to
and
do
I-
like
look,
a cool
look, look,
thing.
look,
No,
Like
I know.
yeah,
I
the
know.
comic isn't canonically with the series, so it can be its own thing.
No, it's literally called Buffy Season 8.
What, the comics?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It said it was a different thing that just isn't canonically with the
No,
series.
the Buffy
I
comics.
looked into this, so I made sure.
The Buffy
There's a
comics
Buffy box on the floor. Something tells me Brooks may know this a little bit more than you
All
do.
right, yeah,
just
my
gonna
quick
take
Google-
a wild guess.
So can I go through the next 3 pages of
No,
notes I have?
want to hear this.
Yeah,
I love
fine.
your whole clever ideas. Like, and I was raised by Buffalo because of Buffy.
No, that's like, yeah, that's the whole.
Which I won't lie to you. That could be actually a true thing. I've only seen one episode of that entire thing.
Fine. Fucking do your movie. Prove to everyone that you're such a
No,
funny
there could
guy.
be a good idea. There could be a good idea.
Yeah, prove you're such a funny guy.
It's a
You're
perfect
just
movie.
do
It's
it.
going to be the next big hit, guys.
Just
All right.
Yeah, funny guy. Tell us your funny movie idea. Tell us your funny thing. Make your jokes. Let's do it. Come on.
Oh,
All right,
Jesus.
so we open on the actress, who's the girl from Heroes. I don't know her name. She's the one who regenerates from Heroes.
Mila Kunis, go. Anyways.
Mila Kunis. She's in the city, New York, walking while she's explaining everything we just saw and how she was chosen. What the chosen ones raised by Native Americans. She's whiter. She's white, and she was raised by Native Americans. That's not addressed. Whitewashing is something we have to do with budget cuts.
Yeah. If we want it to be Oscar nominated, we have to whitewash.
And she doesn't really address why things happen for a sense of ambiguity. She doesn't explain why they're called vampires, and she just recaps everything we just saw. She doesn't provide any more. She just says, all this happened. And you're like, oh, okay, of course. She meets up with her black lesbian friend named Spike, which is pronounced Spike, and is played by Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black.
I love her.
Yeah, and they have
Yeah, of course. Let's just make another role where she's black and a lesbian. I mean, we can't change the black thing, but we can change the
We need to
lesbian
appeal to the most hipster audience we can. We need all the kids love lesbians right now.
Oh,
The
dude,
lesbians love
I
lesbians.
love lesbians.
Yeah.
Who doesn't fucking love lesbians?
And if they're
Lesbians
not,
are great.
and if we don't have a black person in the movie, then we're racist. So
Of
we need
course,
to appeal
of
to
course.
that. And
They just can't be
they
nominated
have some
for
playful
anything.
banter, so you know how close they are, and they've been friends for a long time. And then there's the shoehorned explanation to how they killed how they need to find the Vampire King, because that was the villain or something like that from
Okay.
my quick Wikipedia search. Is that still the right villain, or did I fuck that up too?
Well,
All right, fuck you. I'm gonna keep going.
No, here, to clarify, let's watch the entire thing of Buffy and then come back to this.
So after that, they go to a nightclub where they meet this shady guy who doesn't give them the information they want until Buffy does this nod thing and says, "You know what I want." And then Spike makes a snarky comment. Buffy beats up the guy to show feminism is still strong, and they leave the club because there's so many bright lights and everything. They don't want the audience to get triggered.
hang on, Spike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just keep going with your thing. You're doing a bit. Keep doing your bit. You're such a funny guy. Just keep doing your bit.
Okay, so they're led to an abandoned train station. It's local. My friend works there, so we can get there to film for free.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why don't we fucking do that now?
Okay, so right now I'm giving you the pitch.
No, I get that. All right, let me get away from this bit we're doing. Does he really work at a train station?
Well, he works on it. He doesn't work in it.
No.
Because why would you work in it? It's an
All
abandoned
right,
train station.
it's a thing we can get to.
We can get to.
All right, we need to write something in which we can incorporate that. Anyways, continue.
Okay.
Continue your fucking.
On the train.
Those are the best scripts when you write it specifically to use
Look,
at
we
location.
just need to use it. All right.
Anyway, so this train station, they meet a wandering hobo, cameo made by M. Night Shyamalan. He says that he'll answer their questions if he can take care of
Oh, I get it, because he doesn't get work anymore.
Correct. If he can take care of his pest problem, in quotes. The pest problem is vampires, which Buffy defeats in yet a challenging but uneventful fight scene, because we don't want to like spoil all the CGI or anything like that. We have a little bit, so they'll get a taste. They'll go, ooh, we want some more of that. We want what's happening. And so there's a scene where she's running on train cars because you need to get like the exhilarating, like her hair's blowing in the wind as she was running kind of thing. And that fight scene happens, and the hobo tells them that the Vampire King is in the Italian restaurant. There's going to be a name for the Italian restaurant. I couldn't think of one, so I'm going to call it Giuseppe's.
Okay.
Giuseppe's sounds Italian.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's got the E sound.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can because I can see I have hooked one of you.
No, I'm already funded. Like,
Yeah,
I got the money. Let's do this.
But the other one I need to really...
I'm thinking of a communist blacklist, too. Type of deal. I'm really feeling that.
Alright, this is the longest note I have, so I might actually get lost on it sometimes. So they meet up in an empty Italian restaurant where the Vampire King, played by Willem Dafoe, is
yes,
eating...
I'm done. We're making this. I don't give a fuck.
And he's current Willem Dafoe. He's kind of old. He looks like how he did from the Harry Osborn, Green Goblin.
Yeah, that's fine.
So good. I think that's a vampire look.
Yeah.
So perfect.
He looks like a vampire just in
Yeah.
general.
He looks like a goblin.
Yeah.
He's a goblin.
He looks like something that's not human.
No. I mean, he's a lovely man, probably.
No,
And he's
he's
eating
great.
spaghetti with sriracha sauce, but as the scene goes on, we find out it's blood in a very climactic way. And he goes, "It's a positive type of sauce I have on my spaghetti."
Oh.
And,
Oh man, dude, that's so cool and clever. You got me. You got me.
and then he just like casually like does that little finger swipe on the bottle.
And then he licks it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then he licks it. Yeah.
And it's like an extreme close up. Oh fuck yeah, it's so hard.
And then one thing happens. Buffy charges him into a fight scene to the song "Bring Me Back to Life" by Evanescence. And she's clearly losing the fight, causing
So
a lot...
is this just Daredevil? Is this just the Daredevil movie?
It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of shitty Last Airbender movie. She's clearly losing the fight and causing a lot of collateral damage that looks great on camera, but it's kind of impractical to the fight scene. But it doesn't matter. Kids aren't going to pay attention
Yeah,
to
it's
the movie.
a bunch of kid bullshit.
Now,
Who
if
cares?
there's like chairs being smashed along walls and stuff, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she's strong. That's
Yeah.
great. She must be the chosen one." And that's when the king throws her against the wall and steals Spiake while laughing. He stands in the doorway and looks back at her halfway, like, he just turns his head like he's looking at his shoulder, but like the way the camera angle is, it looks like he's looking at her. And he says, "You can't corner the Dorner. Try and get me when you get stronger, sport." And then he walks out, closing the door behind him. Buffy, the only sign of damage on her is a bloody lip and slightly frazzled hair, because that's the only makeup we'll probably have on hand.
of course.
Because we spent so much on Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
He uses
exactly.
the entire makeup set. And then she goes into the depressed part of the movie, and she feels like she lost. She can't be a vampire slayer like she swore she would be.
Yeah, this is the turning point.
Yeah. And then we cut to a flashback, and she's like walking around, feeling really sorry for herself. She's she's a crying adolescent surrounded by a bunch of buffalo, and then there's several grunts from a buffalo as it looks her in the eyes, and she like does that, like sniffles it up and like wipes the eyes, and then we cut back to Buffy looking more determined than ever, and she like stands up with the sound like of a heavy guitar riff going, and like you can feel the intensity. And then there's a heavy 5-minute montage scene using various effects, like 3 parts of the like thirds of the screen, like her jumping rope, her doing like jumping jacks, and then a bunch of push-ups, and then it just keeps overlaying, like, but no effect is used the same way twice. Everything, and like everybody's just getting blown away from all these effects that are happening. And there's so much happening. It's an overlapping... the only way that this can be described is dense. There's so much happening on the screen at one time. And then, after it's all done, cuts to black. Cuts back to a ground shot. The Vampire King is sitting in the same Italian restaurant chair in a field, in the Native American soil field.
Wait,
What?
The chair is in a field now?
Yeah. It's
okay, all right.
For aesthetic
You had me.
reasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an art. It's art. It's
Yeah,
art. Yeah.
and so let's say he's all the way in the background, and he looks small in perspective.
Of course.
And that's when like you see Buffy's feet in the very foreground, so
Oh,
it makes
yeah.
her look like a badass.
Oh yeah.
And then Buffalo Strength activate. I wrote that down. So when,
Buffalo strength.
yeah, like
What? How strong is a buffalo?
Not strong enough to keep from going extinct. I can
Yeah,
tell you that.
yeah. Can't run away from those bullets and arrows.
all right. So there's some banter between Willem Dafoe, the Vampire King, and Buffy, and there's a fight of the entire army of vampires against Buffy, and this is the same CGI thing, copy and pasted over an entire field.
Yeah, we just throw that shit in there.
Yeah, and it's her best trying to fight, but she's losing. She's holding her ground for a little bit, but then like they're getting a couple like snags in her, and she's like losing, but she's still trying to fight. But you see like it zooms out, and it's like that one scene from The Matrix Reloaded where
the high mark of quality.
And like it's
He's
just,
only picked the best films.
yeah,
to reference
yeah.
here.
And so, antagonist monologue by the king, and Buffy says, "But that's where you're wrong. I'm not just Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm Buffy Buffalo the Vampire Slayer."
Da-da-da.
Yeah, and then there's just like
Are you gonna go into the Jurassic Park theme there?
No,
And
I
then-
did the cliche da 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 like
Yeah.
da.
No, and then we reuse like the same like electric guitar riff that motivated her before,
Of course.
because it's like it's like a semblance of like
That was like foreshadowing this event.
yeah, and that's when a whole army of buffalo erupt from the ground, creating the most violent buffalo vampire fight in film ever. We will have that under our belts. Vampire
that's
Buffalo 2016. Van Buffalo.
Hashtag Van Buffalo. Start selling that right now.
All right, and then the fight happens. They save Spike. They barely live through the fight, and the end shot is them just about to kiss. But a dark shadow starts to form over them, making like this thing taller than the size of a Chrysler building. And then you hear Willem Dafoe's maniacal laughter, and it cuts to black, saying "to be continued in part 2.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's how we reel them in.
Yep.
Like, you want to see the rest? You gotta give us money to make a new
We
one.
gotta pull a Mockingjay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what do you guys think?
So what budget did you have in mind? Like, give me a number.
Well, let's see. We got to get Willem Dafoe.
That's gonna be about like a billion right there.
I can cut some corners with the CGI. I got my friend
Yeah.
Steve. We can do that.
Steve CGI guy.
Yeah,
That's
Steve
his full
CGI
name.
guy. And the locations can all be local. Honestly,
yeah.
that's saving us a lot of money right there. I pretty much have the script more or less, and we can
You do.
we can improvise it. I know a Rick Gregory who's a great cameraman.
Oh, great! Yeah.
Yeah.
So with all that in mind, give me a number.
All right. 10.
Okay,
Really?
slash,
It's
slash,
just
that, slash that in half, and you got a deal.
All right.
$5 done.
5,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, 5,000. I was on the page with it.
Oh, no, yeah. We spent that $5,000 on this coke. Seeing
Yeah.
our studio executive.
I mean,
okay.
we just gave like millions of dollars for the next Marvel movie, but still.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
we can't really
I see.
spare
That
some.
was a smart choice. Yeah, I guess you're right. All right. Yeah. No, I'll just tell
I'm
my wife
gonna-
I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
I think Josh should go next. So there's
no,
like,
no.
a
I
bit
want to
less
hear
of
your thing. Because I want to see
a bit less of whiplash because I'm like. Okay, so the inspiration sort of for this idea was a podcast called Movie Maintenance.
Yep.
When they take a movie that has like a lot of problems with it or whatever, and they basically like talk about the problems and then pitch their own movie. It's like a serious thing.
Yeah, like the
everything.
Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 3 specifically.
Yeah, I don't know if they've done an episode on that. I know they just recently did Batman v Superman, and they've done like other like superhero movies that were shitty, and they did like Spectre because that wasn't a very good movie as well. And so that was sort of my inspiration for it. So what I came up with was an actual thing. Like I would like to see this as a movie, if not made by me, made by somebody. And it's like a serious like actual.
Okay.
All right, you
thing.
go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I was thinking like I don't want to do complete whiplash. Like I was thinking like you can be a transition.
No, we need
No,
complete
no.
whiplash. We need
Yeah.
complete.
Okay.
That's what keeps the viewers in. Were you not paying attention to the whole spiel I was giving to these executives that were here a couple minutes ago? Anyway.
That looked and sounded exactly
Yeah,
like you and me.
that
It was
word
really weird.
that seemed exactly like us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
I'll just get
Brooks walks into
I'll
a
get
very
some of my
similar.
All right, so now it's us. That's
Yeah.
us.
Now it's us.
Okay.
Oh man, thank God I broke my
Okay,
jaw
so
and we
that-
got all this Oxycontin.
That's gonna. I was writing it recently, so I should be able to remember. If not, I can
Okay.
just like
All
look
right.
back to the notes.
Hold on.
I thought when you went like this, I thought you were gonna take off your shirt and then the rest of it was gonna be written on your chest.
It's like, hang on, I have a cheat sheet.
You got like Cape Fear tattoos on you.
yeah.
Hold on, let me just get into the mindset of an executive. Yeah, no. Budget cuts,
Jesus
budget
fuck.
cuts, vote for Trump, budget cuts. All right.
Text Chris Evans. Tell him to fucking leave me alone. I'm
All
really
right.
tired.
Hey, Chris Evans, he says you're signed for another 8 years.
Oh Jesus, fuck.
Yeah. You
Just-
get to work with Chris
no,
Pratt.
We'll fucking just CGI
Yeah.
him. Who cares? They
Yeah.
did with fucking
Adam Sandler?
the
Yeah,
one
we can
from
bring him in.
Fast and Furious. Who fucking
Yeah,
cares?
Kevin James too. Yeah, bring the whole Adam Sandler crew. We'll put him in the next Marvel movie.
Excuse me, says.
Yeah. Well,
Excuse me, it's the pitch meeting that you called me to. It's right now. Well, it was 5 minutes ago. I didn't want to interrupt you because socially awkward, but
Yeah, we can tell by looking at you. All right, you got 5 minutes. Maybe more.
The last guy had 20.
Yeah, and he's dead.
Yeah, we killed him. We killed him.
Okay.
We took his idea, so.
Okay.
That's how that works. Welcome to Hollywood.
So what I was thinking about what comic book character I would want to turn into a movie, and I chose both my favorite one and the one who hasn't gotten a good movie yet, which is Superman. And the way I imagine it, the movie would be called Man of Tomorrow. I imagine it as a direct,
Let me write that down.
like, because a lot of it's
Oh shit! How do you spell tomorrow?
a lot of it's informed by sort of like the state of DC's current films,
Right.
Yeah.
and everything, and how they treat Superman and everything.
jeez.
So I imagine it as a direct sequel to Man of Steel, and implying that in Justice League he inevitably is resurrected. Spoilers for Batman v Superman. He
You
dies.
don't need to see that
You
movie.
don't. You don't.
I'm telling you
you
right
don't-
now, you don't need to see that movie.
you shouldn't care. But when he inevitably is resurrected in Justice League, this implies that this movie comes after that. It's a direct sequel to Man of Steel. And it's a lot of it's sort of like a response to like that in Batman v Superman. So the movie opens up on space.
All right,
You know?
I'm following.
The camera pans down to Earth's upper atmosphere, and you see the International Space Station going by.
Yep.
And it's just a normal type of day, you
Yep.
know.
Classic day in space.
Yeah, most of the astronauts, most of the crew, they're inside doing stuff. There's one guy on the outside doing like routine maintenance checks on everything. And then a meteor shower comes in, slams into the base. Like
It's like a reference to Armageddon. All right, cool.
All right, I'm down. I'm picking it up.
Everyone's that none of them like they're kind of confused because none of them like saw them like on their equipment, and no one like back in Houston or wherever saw it either. So everyone's.
I think it's just in Florida. I think Houston's just a code name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Oh, because I remember it like originated in Houston.
I thought it's always
Houston,
been in
Texas.
No, well, yeah, that's why they called it Houston. Was because it was in Houston.
Well, we'll discuss this
All right,
later.
well,
so.
I'll call up my friend.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The people on the ground and the people in the station didn't see the meteors coming.
Yeah.
So the astronauts are having a natural reaction. They're like, "Fuck!" Oh, like they're calm under pressure, but in astronaut ways, they're essentially saying, "Shit! Oh god! Oh god!" And like the guy like on the outside is trying to come in, and like we see him like they're looking at him through the window, and they're just like, "Get in here!" And he's just like, "I'm coming!" And then like a very large meteor passes in front of the camera's view out the window, and when it passes, the astronaut is gone, and everyone's just like, "Shit!" And like basically parts are breaking off the space station, and they're completely fucked. And then they see out the window that the guy who they thought was dead for a second has been caught by Superman.
Okay.
And
Alright.
so like they have a scene when like the
Who's
guy.
Superman played by?
I imagine Henry Cavill because I do see it as like a continuation
Which one's
of.
Henry Cavill?
Is he black?
He's the Superman in the movies right now.
So he is not
And
black.
Batman versus Superman?
Yeah,
and
Batman
Man of
of
Steel.
Steel.
Okay.
But you can make like small changes to everything,
We'll
and
make
it
him
can be
black.
like
Yeah,
it
black
can be like a
Superman.
standalone Superman.
We can't have him thinking we're
so
racist.
he comes in in through the airlock, and they're just like, Superman, like we're essentially fucked. And he's just like, we can't. At the state we're in, we can't re-enter the atmosphere without essentially burning up in it.
Yep.
And Superman's like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." So the opening scene is him. He guides in like the space station, and he's like using his like it's like catching on fire and like breaking up and all that
As
stuff.
space
and
station's off to do.
He's using like you see him using his breath to like cool it off and everything. He's like
So we're seeing all of his abilities at once.
yeah, he's breaking like the meteors, like he visions the meteors and stuff like that and keep them off him. And then like he catches the
Can he
space
do a
station.
sonic clap? I'm not sold unless he does a sonic clap.
He can do a sonic clap. He
needs to do a sonic clap.
Okay, he's going to do a sonic
If he
clap.
has sex with a dirty superhero, does he get a sonic clap? Thank
But
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll go now. That
Yeah.
was my high bit.
He has to finish his pitch.
Right.
So and then like he like right as this space station's about to hit the ocean, like he like catches it and like you see him taken over to the land, and then opening credits. We find out that Superman's come back to life after the events of Justice League, but as shown in Batman v Superman, Clark Kent is dead. So Superman has decided, in order to make up for all the shit he messed up in the past, he is now Superman 24/7. He is going around the world and like doing as much good as he can. He's
because he goes so fast around the world. It's already tomorrow. He's the man of tomorrow.
And
all right, we got it.
like he can only afford like occasional like visits to his mom and Lois, who he's still in a relationship with, but that's like not working out too well and everything.
She's a cunt.
Yeah.
No, because like he's Superman all the time.
What?
He's like
She's a cunt.
like he shows up and he's just like, hey, he's just like, we're gonna do it. Oh, I have to go. There's someone on the other side of the earth that needs help, and so he's doing that. He's doing all sorts of things.
Where's the Stan Lee cameo?
He's dead.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
I knew that would grab one of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But,
sorry.
All right.
You saw my "I hate Stan Lee" T-shirt I'm wearing,
So we
covered
see-
in cocaine.
Like for the first bit of the movie, it's sort of like that montage in Batman v Superman, except there's energy to it, and like there's fun to it, and he's actually fucking smiling while he's doing it. He's stopping crimes, but on top of that, he's bringing like food, like and like
He has
medicine
charisma.
to people. Yes, yeah.
All right, good.
He's bringing food and medicine to people around the world. He's like disarming terrorist groups. He's doing all this kind of good. But the thing is,
When
like,
actors have charisma, that's a bit more expensive. I think.
the
We can
thing
just
is,
CG that-
he's
Yes,
we can
CG.
see that.
he's like doing all this stuff, but he's starting to think that, you know, after doing it for a whole year of just being Superman, there's still bad stuff happening in the world that he's like, while he's doing other stuff, like other stuff is happening, and like, you know, there's still bad stuff. And he's like, and it just keeps like continuing to happening. So he's wondering, he's like, is there really like a point to me doing any of this? You know, I'm doing like, I'm helping people and I'm thankful for that, but you know, like, there's still like, am I really making a difference? And that's kind of the question, is the thing. He's also kind of missing the Clark Kent part of his life, where it's like stable and you can act like a human, like he was raised. He doesn't have to be Superman all the time, like, and he's starting to miss that. But as of right now, he's like just, you know, really dedicated to being Superman and helping the world. So meanwhile, in Metropolis, Lois, like, she's currently doing a report on this thing that's popped up, this sort of cult of Superman, because like before he died and came back to life, people thought he was a god, and now that he's like died and come back to life, there's full-fledged
How did he come back to life?
cults. I have no idea. That would be
right.
in the Justice League movie. I'm just assuming inevitably
Isn't it
they
because like
bring him back to
the
life.
sun? Like, isn't that the whole thing?
No, like in the comics, it was a complicated thing that doesn't really matter. All you need to know is he was dead in Batman v Superman, and in Man of Tomorrow, he is back to life.
Technically he is alive at the end.
Yeah,
Which is fucking retarded.
yeah. But okay. So there's like cults, and there's one particular cult, like sort of in the boondocks bordering Gotham, like based out there, run by this guy named Deacon Blackfire, who I just took the name from the comics and everything. And like they're operating, and they've been around for a while. So like Lois has been doing like a story on them and everything, trying to like find out what they're about. But recently, they seem to be changing their MO a little. They're being a bit more violent, being a bit more illegal in their activities, and a lot of them seem to be centered around recovered Kryptonian artifacts and stuff like that.
Oh,
So that's going on. But meanwhile, she's
That's where Superman's from.
she's working on that. She's working
Hey,
on
you
that.
did
But
it over.
then like she takes a break for like a day because they have like a sort of dinner date with Superman and all that, and she has like some important stuff she has to tell him. She doesn't know that it's a very bad fucking day for Superman the day that happens, because what's happening is, I imagine he's sort of like there was an accident on a cruise ship, and like so in order to keep it sinking, he has to like guide it like essentially across like the ocean and everything. So that takes up a bit of his time. So when he's done that, he's like, okay, all right, and then he like hears news about like on the other side of the world, like there was this huge like accident, like a train in a city like basically went off the rails and went into an intersection.
Why is that
And
important on the other side of the world?
Because like, you know,
People are dying, and he is Superman.
yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
just wanted to
that
know
feeds into what's about to happen. So he goes there, and the accident's already happened. People are already dead, and he can only really help with cleanup. So he starts doing that, and the policeman and the firefighters, they're just like,
Police are there arresting the train.
no, like basically the rescue workers.
No,
and
I
everything.
get you.
So they're just like, oh, thank you, Superman, for helping out in any way you can. We appreciate it. But then while that's happening, a woman covered in blood who had just been sort of like rescued from the wreckage of her car, of her family car, where she is the only survivor, she essentially goes up to Superman and essentially says, where the fuck were you? And then he's like, oh, I was, I was helping
Saving
out these
people
people.
who are
It's
more
just
important.
like, well, no. You're not one of those other guys in the Justice League. You're fucking Superman. Why weren't you here? You can go around the world in a minute. Why weren't you here? And then he's like, I. And she's like going crazy, yelling at him. And he's just like, people are dead. It's just like, even right now, like, there are more people suffering all over the world, and you're here. Why aren't you there? Everyone here is already dead, and everything. And Superman, so they, like, drag her off and everything, like, to the hospital, and Superman's just like, oh, shit, because he's already been thinking about these things. Like,
Can
is
we
there
have
really
like
a
the
point?
buddy cop guy who just goes, don't think too much about it, bud.
Like,
No, the buddy cop has to die in the train wreck, and his
Like-
last words have to be, I was one more day away from retirement. Superman.
Bullets in the
essentially the cop, like, a cop would be like, hey, Superman, don't think about this, but then he looks around and you see,
Hold on, I'm sorry. Can the cop be like, look, Superman, I know it's kind of dick, but can you, like, sign this thing for my kid? I know you look really upset, but, like, I mean, come on.
no.
Help a guy out.
Maybe we can
And then he
throw
just
that scene in.
he just
And
looks,
it's M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, but it's like, but he looks around and he can sort of see in everyone's eyes that they're not saying it, but they're sort of they're
Like, they
thinking,
agree- yeah.
they're thinking the same thing. Like, he's fucking. They don't understand that, like, he's not all powerful. Like, he can't be
He is
everywhere.
not a god.
Yeah, he's not a god. People just think he's a god. No, especially
Oh
this
my
is
god,
more.
if you turn that S upside down, it says God.
But no, this is a movie like the comics where he's definitely not a
Yeah,
god
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
and everything. But so like you can sort of see that they all sort of think of it, and he's just like, and Superman's like, all right, fine, like this has been a horrible fucking day, but I have that dinner date with Lois that I'm doing. Okay, this can sort of bring me back, cheer me up, and then he goes over and she's just like, yeah, I think it's time for us to move on.
Oh.
And then, like, the audience is thinking, oh, why the fuck would you do that? He's fucking Superman. Of course you'd want to be with him. But then she's just like, look, I love you. I will always love you. But I'm just...
she's pregnant.
No, she's not pregnant.
She's a Spider Woman.
No. She's just a human... I'm just a human being, and you're Superman. I love Superman, but I could be with Clark Kent. And then she's just like,
And then she
you're...
pulls out his phone and
and
is like,
then-
who the fuck is this, bitch?
she essentially says, it's Wonder Woman on the phone. She essentially...
Diana.
And she's like doing like the duck face.
Yeah, she essentially says like
I'm
you're
sorry. I'm
accomplishing
just so high on coke right
you're
now.
accomplishing all this good in the world by doing Superman, and I'm just like over here like distracting you essentially. I don't think like it's good for either of us. And then like with him thinking, she's like, wait, I haven't been accomplishing like I've been like, is there a point to me doing what I'm doing? And then that happens. He's like, oh fuck, but that doesn't he wavers, but he doesn't break yet. He doesn't like hang up
Oh,
Superman.
I can't wait till
because
he
needs-
breaks.
Oh.
And then it goes back to what the cult is doing, and it turns out it's discovered that Deacon Blackfire, the original founder of the cult, has been found murdered, and the cult has been taken over by like a junior member known as Hank Henshaw. Now this guy,
When if you prearrange letters, it's like Luthor.
Oh,
no,
Jesus.
it's not.
Oh.
This guy, he's a part of the cult. He joined the cult in order to take control of it. He fucking despises Superman and everything because
With that kind of name, I would imagine.
the way he views, he's a very nihilistic person. He has a very low opinion of humanity. He's just like, humanity is weak, they're feeble, they're just a bunch of animals, and all that. And the existence of Superman proves that, essentially, because he's this quote-unquote perfect being that's just showing how shitty humans are and all that. So he's like, okay, so...
It's not wrong. Yeah, go ahead.
So his thing is that he wants to figure out a way, because he saw the news, he saw like Doomsday was created by Lex Luthor from like the remains of the Kryptonian ship, and he's like, okay, so maybe there's a way that I can take myself and maybe get like throw off the shackles of being a human, sort of like maybe ascend to the next level. And he's sort of like on this basis, he sort of convinced the cult leaders the cult people to follow him and all that. So he's doing a lot of crimes, like trying to get like these Kryptonian artifacts. But the meteor shower that happened in the opening scene, that was actually bits of Krypton falling to Earth.
But how could he destroy it?
Well, what?
Doesn't it have kryptonite in it?
Destroy what?
The meteorites. Wasn't he attacking them?
No, these. Oh wait. they don't have kryptonite necessarily, but they have like bits of Kryptonian technology within them. He didn't destroy all the meteorites. He destroyed the ones threatening the space station. Okay. So we see like.
So wait, hold on, real quick. How did bits of Krypton get all the way over to Earth?
That's like a plot hole thing that doesn't really. That's not a thing that really matters.
Okay.
It's just been traveling through space.
All right.
Like everyone knows that like. With actual space travel, it wouldn't be able to get there.
Yeah, because I'm saying like it would have like landed on Jupiter if it got this far.
That's one of the things. Like that's one of the it's a movie things that I'm forgiving.
Suspension of disbelief.
Suspension of disbelief.
Go ahead,
and like
continue.
and then
you
like
got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Coke coming in 2 minutes, and we got to do that.
So like researchers and the government and everything took bits of the meteor that Superman did not destroy that landed in the ocean, and they brought them to the Kryptonian ship that we saw in Batman v Superman, like Zod's ship and everything, to do experiments on it. So he has a plan. So he wants to break into that and see if he can do some stuff with the Kryptonian stuff. So in order to break into the ship, he has this plan where he takes like cult members are stationed at every single bridge and exit of around Metropolis and everything, on a high thing, threatening to jump and everything. Mm-hmm. They're threatening suicide. So now all the traffic is blocked off, and all the cops are like essentially in the city, like are sort of like not all of them, but most of them are just like doing the thing where he's just like, please calm down. He's just like, you have so much to live for and everything.
This guy has nothing to live for. Well, you're right, but come on.
Come on, I got like lunch in a couple minutes.
So, like. And so they're doing that, and so like most of the cops in the city are distracted and everything. But Lois has been investigating this, so she like sort of like followed them to the ship, and she knows what they're doing and all that. Mm-hmm. And they find her, and then Superman comes in to save her. And then Hank Henshaw, like a moment between the two guys is just like it's you, it's this like piece of shit god or whatever, and it's just like some kind of like back and forth, and he's like, well. You know, and he presses a button, and Superman's like, what's that for? And she's like, oh, that was for the bombs that are going to go off in about 10 seconds simultaneously all around the city that you should probably take care of. And then, so, that's the next action scene, is while he's, like trying to do some stuff with the Kryptonian thing, we see Superman, like, going from, like, thing to thing, and, like he finds the bomb and takes it and destroys it, and then they're all going off at the same time. So he gets to the first bomb, and it's like, you know, not all that, like, it hasn't blown up yet. And then he goes to the next one, it's sort of partially, like, blown up, and he stops that. But then, like, as he goes to each one, it's more, like it's getting more and more exploded and everything.
So it's like a slow-mo sequence as we're seeing him get to every single one.
Yeah, I was, like, I forgot that, like, I was gonna, like, play the music from Man of Steel on my phone, but I'll just, like, you know, that's not really like a necessary thing. I'll edit it in, but for you guys, you won't hear it. So he's going from bomb to bomb, trying to save everybody, trying to contain the explosions, but it's like becoming like more and more explosive as time's going by. And it cuts between that and like Hank Henshaw like doing his stuff. But then like now people realize what's sort of happening, and a SWAT team is moving into the ship and all that, while Superman's like containing that. And the SWAT team, like they come in and they're just like, get on your knees, get on the ground. They're saying to Hank Henshaw, and like Hank Henshaw is just like, all right, fine. And then he reaches for a gun, and they shoot him, and he falls back into like the
Lazarus
stuff.
pit. Oh.
Not the, but like basically all the Kryptonian stuff he was messing with, he sort of falls into, and it seems like it destroys his body, and everyone's just like, okay, he's pronounced dead. And while Superman's doing his thing, he's at the last bomb. It's too late. Yep. He stopped all the other ones, but in that one, like...
Does it kill Lois Lane? Please tell me it kills Lois Lane.
It doesn't kill Lois Lane.
God, fuck. But right, we can't take this movie. It doesn't kill Lois Lane. Fuck you.
It doesn't.
He doesn't kill Lois Lane, but it kills a bunch of people. And he was just like, that was the last moment. It was like, I'm Superman, but I wasn't able to stop that. And he's just like, well, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. It's no point. People are just gonna keep dying. Like, you know, there's like none of this like good that I'm doing really matters. So he essentially hangs up Superman. You know, he stops being Superman. And everything. He comes up with a new like sort of identity because Clark Kent's dead and everything. Mm-hmm. And he sort of gets like starts a life in Metropolis, and that's sort of like the middle of the movie is like him.
This is only the middle of the movie?
Well,
because you're out of time. Almost.
Well, okay, so then like I can skip most of the middle, like, and then like that stuff happens. The point of Hank Henshaw...
It'll all be in the director's cut. The point of
Hank Henshaw is that his body was destroyed, but his mind goes into the Kryptonian technology. And one of the things in the meteor, like, that came to Earth was a remnant of a Kryptonian supercomputer known as Brainiac.
Oh, sweet, I love Brainiac.
Yeah, so Brainiac is just like this, like, was just the computer program, but Hank Henshaw's mind sort of fuses with that, and now he's Brainiac. So he sort of emerges, and he's like, I'm, like, you know, it was designed by, like, you can even go, like, sort of animated series and say it was designed by Jor-El. So he has, like, he makes a body for him, he has, like, the Superman symbol on it, and everything, and he's just like, yep, Superman's gone, now I'm your god. I am your god. And so he creates, like, all these robots and everything. He's, like, taking, like, the Earth technology and, like, mixing Kryptonian stuff with it. And he basically sort of enslaves Metropolis. He creates a device that basically, like, creates a thing of, like fog, like, dense, like, Kryptonian fog or whatever, around Metropolis, completely blocking out the sun and separating it from the rest of the world. Now, with this is, like, now Clark Kent has to, like, become Superman again, but the thing is, with the sun blocked out, he's incredibly depowered. He is basically now just a strong guy and can't really stand up to Brainiac and all his
Like Young
soldiers and
Justice, Superboy.
Sort of, yeah, where he's incredibly depowered because he doesn't have access to the sun and everything. But he's just like, okay, but I still have to take on, like, the Superman mantle, so he, like, puts on the Superman costume and everything, and there's, like, a bunch of, like, resistance people in the city. He's just like, we have to fight Brainiac. He's just like, I don't know if I can. He's just like, but you have to try. You're Superman. If people see that you're just trying, then we can, like, rally behind you and all that stuff. So the climax of the movie would be he, like, confronts the main Brainiac guy, and then they fight, and Brainiac's just beating the shit out of him because he's so depowered.
Right.
But the other characters, like, I would want to introduce some characters and stuff like that in the middle
of the movie.
Yeah, in the middle of the movie. And they help, and they basically destroy the Kryptonian ship and, like, the main, like, Brainiac system and all that, and it stops generating the smoke around it. And I'd want the final thing is, like, Superman's, like, on the ground. He's being he's bloody, and Brainiac's standing over him. He's doing this big speech and everything, and then the clouds part. There's just a bit of sun that hits Superman.
Oh, how convenient!
Right on his
First
head.
ray of sun hits Superman. That's a sin.
And
then the sun comes
and
alive.
you just see, like, a close-up of, like, Superman's fist. I would want this to all be one shot behind Superman, like, following him. He punches Brainiac into the sky. He flies up, punches him again. He essentially punches him into the sun while the Man of Steel theme is playing, and the Man of Steel theme is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Like,
While
he knows what he's doing.
that's supposed to be the big, like, the audience sees Superman get beamed down so much throughout the movie. Like, you finally see him be like, yes, I am Superman, I am powerful, and I'm going to beat you. And then he punches Brainiac into the sun, and that's the big fuck yeah moment of the movie and everything. So he punches Brainiac into the sun, like, people they destroy the Kryptonian thing, and he comes back down, and everyone's just like, the whole point of the movie is that it shows that why people need the world needs Superman, and Superman needs Clark Kent. That's the thesis of the film, and throughout the film you'd show, like, the whole point is to show Superman as not a perfect person and everything. He has, like, these struggles with his powers. He has these struggles with, like, is he doing the right thing? And by the end of the film, like, with the, like, Brainiac sort of, like, representing, like, nihilism and stuff like that, and Superman represents hope. He overcomes it, and, like, the movie ends with him, like, flying around the world, and everyone's just like, Superman, Superman. And then cut to credits.
If only fucking Batman vs Superman could have done that, but they showed up all really drunk.
So we like the idea. It
we love
is the same thing, but we're going to use Captain Marvel instead because this is.
Well, I mean Shazam, yeah, Shazam.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if you. I mean, it's kind of our fault. We were getting our sign fixed outside of our building, and we're actually Marvel.
Yeah, DC's right across the street.
Yeah, and it was really confusing.
Now,
they were getting their sign done at the same time.
We're going to take your script and your notes.
Yeah, we're going to take your money. All right, you got your wallet now?
Okay.
And these are your car keys, right?
Yeah.
These are your keys? Anyways.
Janine?
Yeah, Janine?
Janine,
wake the fuck up, Janine!
Okay, Janine, we need you to, escort this nice man?
Boy child.
We need you to escort this boy child out.
Yes, sir.
Before you go, you want some coke? It's gone. Oh god, my nose is bleeding.
Okay.
And send in the paramedics, Gene.
Yes, sir.
We can go over a bit with the time, but for Josh's thing.
All right.
But like that's what I was saying with like completely different from what Zach was doing, where I'm like, this is actually a serious thing that I'd like to see made into a movie.
I wanted to do Injustice: Gods Among Us, but I was like, that's already fleshed out. Nah.
Is that already a game?
It's a game, but it's also a comic
Also,
series.
like with Injustice, with something like that, they tried to do sort of similar with Batman v Superman. The thing is, as for movies, people have that mindset. It's just like there's only supposed to be one superhero per movie,
Right.
and everything. And in order to like have several, you'd have to sort of build up the universe a bit more, and everything. So like, yeah.
All right.
But I was also going to do a Beyonder movie, too, before I looked too into that. I was like, an omnipotent
Beyonder movie. Beyonder is not a protagonist material.
I do not know what that is.
Imagine God.
Off.
That.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only
Is it Beyond Two Souls by?
No. His name's the Beyonder. He comes from a different universe where he can harness the energy from that.
Is it because he's beyond? Beyond?
The only relevant thing of the Beyonder to you personally is through the transitive property. It's how Beyonder gave Spider-Man his black suit that became Venom.
Okay.
That's the only really relevant thing. Through the transitive property, because Beyonder started Secret Wars, which was an event, and Spider-Man got the costume during that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I think it's all right. So let me say this first. I was disappointed with both of you.
Why are you covered in cocaine?
Look, guys.
All right. Well, kind of not.
But,
wait, are
Zach,
you guys
going like after having done my whole
starting to-
spiel?
yeah.
After having done my whole spiel, I've warmed up to your movie.
Oh.
I imagine when you're gonna go through editing this, you'll not be as angry, but you'll just go. All right. Well, it was kind of.
I'm not angry. I'm just like
incredibly disappointed.
yeah. I was
I'm just disappointed.
I was expecting one thing.
What were you expecting me to do?
I don't know, some anime bullshit. Who gives a fuck?
Something
It wouldn't let me do anime.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have done anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew he would have done anime, which is why I told him he couldn't do anime.
Yeah, that's like the whole American thing.
But I don't know, something like I was expecting something more along the lines of what I did, but like that's like past the whole like not what I expected thing. It was like it was pretty funny.
All right, go ahead, yes.
All right.
Let's get in the Brooks. You and me, we got to be the executive people.
Okay.
Got our nice flower pot here. Everything
get the flower
is nice.
Pot, get the whores.
The whores, the entire glass walls all over the place, 360 degrees.
I got my 5 Oscars that I stole from people's dumpsters.
All right, and Janice, you can send in the next person.
Here's my sound editing Oscar I got from this dumpster. You know, it's very nice.
No one says Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm glad you took that one. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
All right, but before I enter your scene that you have so wonderfully set up here for me to ruin,
Yes.
let me just say this: I was disappointed with both of you because I knew both your ideas before going in. I thought, I think World of Tomorrow or whatever the fuck.
Man of Tomorrow.
No. But it's great. Like, I think that's a cool idea. And also, have you seen the short film that some kids made of it on YouTube?
No, I have not.
Yeah, some people made Man of Tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch that.
You should. I haven't watched it, but I was like, Brooks will probably want to know about this.
Yeah.
Man of Tomorrow, I would totally fucking see. Buffy's, I would fucking be there day one, opening night, and for the midnight screening, high as fuck. I would do all the drugs. All right.
Perfect.
All right, so here I come through the doors. Yeah, well, fuck you too. I hope you put in the sound effect of me opening doors. Anyways,
Well, that's a decision for later.
all right, gentlemen. All right, you're probably wondering why I gathered you here today at your own building.
Is that blood?
Maybe. Let's call it sriracha sauce. It was not sriracha sauce. I already knew it was blood beforehand. Anyways.
You told us. All right, go ahead. You know, let's just get this pitch out of here.
I want to see where this goes.
Right.
I want to see where this goes.
All right. So when you proposed this idea, I was thinking to myself, like, all right, so what would I want to see from a superhero film? And I thought about it, and I was like, all right, to be completely honest, not to tarnish any of your guys' fabulous fucking ideas, to me, it just seems like we're kind of like having the same sort of thing for every single one, just swapping out heroes, where it's like, all right, here's the character, here's their humanizing thing, here's their whole plot, here's their fucking love interest, yada yada yada. And the things that I've always wanted to see, which are already films now, would have been the film or like the series Kick-Ass, which I enjoy, and Super, which I also enjoy.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? It was about to be done, but they never did it. Here's the drum roll. Here's the drum roll.
That sounds like nightmares.
Yeah, that sounds like
terrible.
A Fart Man movie.
Fart Man?
Oh, the Howard Stern thing.
Yeah, you know what it is?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh shit! All right, because I was really worried.
I like looking through it'll occasionally be included in like these movies never got made.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm a little sad that I was the only one who knew it, but all right, whatever. All right. So let me explain this. You look mad.
No, I'm not. I like Zach already broke me. This is my
because I was like, all right, he'll probably be really pissed off about this, but no, I want to do this as a serious thing, not as in like it'd be like a serious fucking drama bullshit superhero film, but like let's take like a serious stance on it. So. Just for our very young audience members who I can only imagine have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, as Brooke said, Fart Man is a character, Howard Stern, who is a shock jock radio jockey from the distant year of the late 80s and early 90s and is still around.
He's also on America's Got Talent. He's one of the judges.
Yeah.
He's not the bald one, right?
No, he's the one with fucking...
Yeah, no, I know. He's that one.
Basically, one thing I should say for this, if it was not for Howard Stern, we would not be here. I think... I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, he's an incredibly important person in broadcasting, whether you hate him or you love him, if you find him too disgusting or whatever. Yeah. So anyways, Fart Man is a character that he made while Adam West was on his show. He was like, I'm just gonna fucking bullshit this, and he made Fart Man, and yada yada yada. So... that became a character that was on the show a couple of times. He used him to call the Iranian embassy when all those hostages were taken over or kidnapped or whatever, which was an awful thing. But so what I would like to do with this, because they were going to make it into a movie and they were going to give it like the whole plot and all that other stuff and make it into a typical comedy. What I think would be great is if we had Larry Charles, the guy who did Borat and Bruno and Religulous, and what we do with that is like, all right, we try and make some sort of commentary on why fucking fandoms are retarded and, like, you know, heroes in politics in general, right? Yeah. Like, we'd have, like, Fart Man, like, fucking intimidating all these other people, and it wouldn't be, like, a biased thing. We'd fucking insult liberals as much as we would insult, like, fucking conservatives. And, like, what's great is, supposedly, Howard Stern is friends with Donald Trump. Friends.
So Fart Man is a comic?
Yeah, National Lampoon, what they did was like, he made this character. We made him into a comic for like a little bit of while, and then like the character really took over. That's why.
Okay,
there is a comic of it. Like I had to make sure that
found that same loophole that Zach did.
You did not say it had to originate. That's your own fucking fault. Yes. It is not a loophole. You didn't write that. I mean, technically, it's a loophole.
Technically, it's a loophole.
I didn't mean it as a negative thing. You didn't have to go off on me.
Anyways,
I just said.
Sorry, I'm really high on cocaine.
I'm just saying.
Like I said, I did all that.
Went off on me. So
I blew my load all over Zach's face like a usual Friday night.
So let me pull up the notes here. Like I said before, I didn't get a whole like scene by scene thing because I did this literally last night. And I was like, there's already a script of it. I'll find it. I could not find the script whatsoever, but I have a few things that were in the original script for the Fart Man movie. Okay, so in the original script, like, what it would do is, like, it would show his origin story and all that shit, and I think, like, we should just dedicate, like, maybe not even 5 minutes to that scene. But, like, all the things, like, if you know anything about Borat films or that, or Bruno, or really just those two, is that there's just all these events in it, and there's, like, this very thin plot that is almost pointless to the entire thing while he does all that. I think that's what we should do. So, for scene ideas, in the original script, there is a hardcore lesbian sex scene.
Okay.
And what we can do, right, gentlemen, right,
Okay, I'm listening.
What we could do is we would have two different lesbians, like porn star lesbians or whatever. They'd be dressed up as Hillary Clinton and Megyn Kelly, who are also dressed up as Wonder Woman and whatever Marvel hero.
So
whatever.
it's people dressed up as other people.
Yeah.
People dressed up as other people, dressed up as other people.
Yeah. And, like, throughout the thing, much like Borat or Bruno, Fartman would go around fucking with people, but, like a Larry Charles thing, there would be, like, an underlying, like, reason to the whole thing. Like, Borat was a secret, like, fucking stance on people's racism and, xenophobia, or being Zionist, not xenophobia.
Oh.
And then, Bruno is a whole thing about sexism and homophobia. And, fucking this one would just be about politics and fandoms. Because, like, one thing that I think that ruins a lot of things is how incredibly, and, like I said before, we all here in this room have our own fandom.
Yeah.
You, whatever the fuck it is, and you, child pornography, and me, Godzilla.
Wait, no,
Anyways.
what did you say?
No. So, what I think it is
I
like,
make calls.
I feel like there's just this weird dedication to where, like, and even in Doctor Who, like, Whovians I find annoying sometimes, where it almost seems as if, like, these things are absolutely untouchable, and, like, it's, you're insulting this thing or you hate it if you make jokes about it. So, and I think, like, that's completely perpetuated through the whole age of the internet, seeing how everyone is PC and, like, is offended by almost everything. So, like, oh, no, you can't insult anything. So that's really what it'd be about.
Okay,
and
so
I wish I had more scene by scene, but I literally couldn't find that script.
Alright, so it's like a commentary with a
Yeah.
superhero?
Yeah.
Is he really a superhero, or is he just a guy?
No, he's like an actual, alright, he's not like an actual... You take a fucking guess on what his superpower
Can he
is.
fart on command?
Yes, he can fart so hard that he can fly.
Alright.
Nice.
Alright.
So
I'm
that
sold.
that
I'm
is
sold.
the movie.
Let's do it. We
and
gotta
it'd be
have
by
something.
Larry Charles,
Alright.
who also did Masked and Anonymous, the Bob Dylan movie that is awful.
Alright, guys, let's put...
Do you have other scenes? Like other,
no, that looks just like
lesbian scenes?
facts.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I could not find that script.
That's a good
I'm
thing yours been on
incredibly
for
sorry.
long, then.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to go last, because mine was going to be the shortest, and I knew Zach was doing his thing, and I was like, you're gonna actually have like a serious thing.
I
Like-
wanted to go
like,
last, though.
You're gonna actually have a movie like, and like I'll be honest, like if I could, I would totally fucking direct this and have Sacha Baron Cohen as Fartman if we can't get Howard to do it, and
I think Michael Cera.
any Jew, just put in any Jew.
Brooks Vernon?
Oh my god.
Oh.
You might want to
Wait a
that.
second.
Oh my god!
This nose comes right off. But no,
It's been like it's with a string around.
yeah. But no, like seriously, like you give me $5,000, I'll make this fucking movie right fucking now.
Alright.
Like I wouldn't even need the whole $5,000. I would
Okay,
only spend
good,
$1,000.
because you're not getting the whole $5,000. You're getting half the $5,000.
I'd only spend $1,000,
And you're only getting 1,000.
Yeah. You really need to stop talking
Yeah,
about.
We would have given you more.
Yeah.
Wait, did we ever fund Brooks' movie? Oh no, we kicked him out, right? 'cause
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Marvel. We stole it.
and we just took it.
Yeah, repurposed it into the next.
Well,
don't
I
know,
hope
Hulk
everybody
movie or
enjoyed
something.
this serious episode of the show.
Oh my god.
I'm incredibly sorry.
Well,
Okay,
Brooks
so
is
But no,
mad at first.
like mine, I'll tell you this. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I didn't have mine fully planned out. But no, like it would be like a serious commentary
Right.
on like things that are bullshit in politics. And
you see, I was just like a little annoyed at the beginning, like because I knew Zach was gonna pull something like that. But like once he got into it, like it passed and everything. I'm
it's
like,
like
okay,
watching
now I can enjoy.
Birdemic or Sharknado.
yeah,
It's
you're like,
something
all
that's
right,
so
I know what this is
terrible.
gonna fucking do. I might as well just turn off. My
I'd
brain.
like-
I tried turning off my brain for Batman vs Superman. I tried pulling it out, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't bear it.
I'm talking more about like this episode of the podcast where like we had a theme, but like in the end, like we all had fun, and I think it really like. I don't know if I'm just talking on my ass,
You
but
are.
I think like each pitch that we did really spoke to the sensibilities of each person.
Oh, thanks. I guess I just
No,
fucked myself.
No.
Look, I thought there was a script. I was just gonna put it in there.
No, it's
the
not
style-
that you
the
didn't.
style and genre.
The
you went
style
with.
and genre and
okay.
everything
You
you
got
said
Brooks,
is
who was
very
like
much
very
you.
strange,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is how I want the perfect movie to
Yeah.
go. I'm like, haha, farts and penises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the reason why I did my thing is because
Like,
what I
yeah,
wanted,
that's a very I can very easily
Yeah.
see you making
because
that movie.
what I
yeah.
wanted out of Deadpool was like I want like the completely full anti
Yeah, because you
superhero
hate
film.
superheroes.
I do not hate superheroes. It's just we live in a time where there's so many fucking superhero movies. Look at the list of the ones that are coming out. Who fucking cares who gets what? Now it's just a matter of like, all right, let's just fucking make all their own superhero films so we can be done with it. I absolutely agree with Steven Spielberg. Like,
I
superhero
mean,
films are going to go the way of westerns.
no one's doubting warning that the bubble was going to burst.
Yeah.
I'm just like, people like me were just like, let's try to enjoy this before it bursts, and we don't get
Guys,
we get like one every 10 years.
I know the bubble's gonna burst. I say, fuck it. Let's just fucking
idea for next week. Instead of movies, we do video games because there's a lot of shit happening.
Fuck! I have no idea what the fuck I would do for that.
Look up the new Call of Duty and Battlefield trailer.
No,
because that's caused a lot
I've seen them and I don't want to.
We'll find some video game thing to do next week.
All right, we'll create a video game.
Or just talk about video games we like.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah.
Something. All right, so until then, I'll just do the same.
I think it was a good episode. Nice little mix of things. You know?
It started out with you hating me.
Everybody look up clips of Fartman. It's fucking hilarious. Especially the one where he calls out Iranian embassy.
Right. Oh, Jesus. Just stop now. And we'll just end the episode. We do like the same time we do every way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
first let's plugs. You want to email us? Tell us like which movies you want to see. Either you do Brooks and Zach 100 Years at gmail.com, or get either of us on Twitter,
or get out.
Or get out. Just get out.
Get
just
the
leave.
fuck out.
Just leave.
Don't turn around. It's a ghost.
What the fuck are we?
I don't know. You can find us on YouTube. Where we upload the episodes. You can find us on Soundcloud, where we also upload the episodes, on iTunes, and all that good stuff. Find us in all of these things. You can find us with the Brooks and Zach 100 Years podcast. So, yeah. I think that's... I'm at Squeezy McCheesy. You're at Barrett Films. He's at Brave Snuggles.
Brave Snuggles.
So... I think that's it for the plugs. So, Zach, if you want to do your same sign-off you always do.
Yeah, the same one I do all the time. Easy peasy. Yeah. All right. Well, you're just sitting there in the auditorium with the rest of the audience. You're listening to them, their cheers, their cries, and you notice one out there. It's a child. He's so enthralled with what you're saying. You look at him and he looks back at you with his toothy grin. You start clapping with the entire audience. Your clapping syncs up with them and it's just a constant metronome of clapping. Eyes staring forward, back and forth. And then, throughout that entire moment, everyone stares up at the ceiling and says, Brooks and Zach, 100 years. Thanks for listening, everybody. It's hell of a ride.
Everybody listen to Howard Stern. Stop listening to this fucking garbage.
No,
see ya.
You got a man ponytail. When all hope is lost, King gives that antagonist monologue
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Just like pause for a minute and like restart whatever sentence you were saying. My dad's probably...
Brooks,
I'm sure any Buffy fan right now, including this one, is incredibly pissed.
I didn't mean to upset you, Brooks, but I chose what I thought would be the most entertaining for the viewers to listen to.
I mean...
We need the entertainment part of this.
I mean, it's funny.
You look so mad. You
Didn't
do not look like accepted of any of this whatsoever.
Let me just tell you that...
I can see the rage bullying in your head.
You thought it out.
I thought it all.
No, you know what? We gotta give him credit. He fucking...
I just made sure I put as much detail in this as I kind of could, because I knew if I didn't, Brooks would still be pissed at me.
Oh, yeah.
I know he's pissed at me now, but because I have a lot with me, he's letting me keep going.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that's the only reason he's letting me still go.
All right.
All right, so let me continue. Where did I leave off?